Everybody, and welcome to this video where I'm going to show you my run through the Scholarstone Institute with the single purpose of obtaining Abyss Artifacts by pickpocketing the scholars there. The main reason why I made this video is because there are still a lot of videos and comments circling around saying that you have to pickpocket the beggars near Henan City at the beggars camps, but I have a big problem, namely that the city guards who like to patrol there, the Henan city guards, when they see you pickpocketing a beggar, they will put you in jail immediately. And the other thing is that the beggars tend to cling onto your feet, which is very annoying. Secondly, another way to obtain the artifacts is by using your Greyman's Camp, but you have to upgrade your Greyman's Camp to stage 3 or 4, have like 20 Greymanes and hired swords, just to have multiple missions going to gather enough resources. And when you have enough resources that are coming in, then you can start a mission that will give you Abyss Artifacts like a sort of a passive reward. But if you're like me, you haven't been spending a lot of time upgrading your camp and instead have been exploring the map, fighting bosses, finding armor and weapons everywhere, looking for Abyss gears, then this institute is the place to be for you. Now, if you haven't traveled to the Scholarstone Institute as of yet, then I will show you on the map where it is located. It is on the southwest region of Paiwell, and in reference to Henan City, this is the main city where we start. So it's not that far off from the beginning area. I suggest when you go there, that's for the last section of the map, you will follow the road, the official roads towards there. Main reason being there is a skill unlock in this part of the road, which is linked to the force palm tree skill, and you will need it on later missions or later on in the game. So don't just go climbing mountains or flying over them, just at least follow this road at least once to get the skill unlock, and it will be helpful for the upcoming time. Then, when you have made your way to the Scholarstone Institute at the Abyss Nexus, the fast travel point, what we want to do is as follows. We just want to focus our attention to two major areas inside the Institute itself, which is the dining room and the area below it, the seated area. Yes, there are NPCs in the garden. Yes, there are a lot of places to go outside the Institute, but no, it's time efficiently not worthwhile to go to all the nook and crannies over there on that side. We will, however, take a look at the NPCs that we come across towards our way to the entrance of the Institute, but we're going to focus mainly on those two major areas inside the Institute. To start a run, we just start from the Nexus, we go up, and we want to make for the beginning over there from the flight of stairs, and to check the NPCs as we go along.
Be on your way now. No,
Hail, stranger. How do you do?
Is this how you'll spend all day?
Yes, we're gonna spend all day fighting these artifacts. So nothing worthwhile on the flight of stairs, nothing but normal pouches. In all my runs so far, I've only found 2 artifacts on top of these stairs, and at the beginning I did look throughout the entire garden section, and I only found 1 or 2 near the end there, where the little roof is, like the stable area. So all the other artifacts I just found are
Speak up.
at the two main areas we're gonna approach in a second.
Good day.
We head to the entrance to the right. And here we make a left turn. And here we have the first area, the dining room. We can see two big tables, NPCs seated alongside of them. The way I like to go about it is just go through the middle. Approach them from the left side, take one table at a time. Gonna do the same with the second table. And nobody here. Then we're gonna check for the outside of the room near the walls. Here we have the first NPC with the artifact in hand. Now, first thing to notice is we are at the edge of this institute, meaning we have a cliffside over here. We might be tempted to pickpocket this guy and then make our escape out of the red zone by means of flying, which is the fastest way out of the zone. However, keep in mind that if you fly away and you didn't have the pickpocket of the Abyss, let's say you have an apple, something like that, and you fly away and you return, as soon as you fly away too far, the entire NPC might either go away or he might be reset. So you'll be looking back for this big orc and he doesn't have any artifact in his pouch anymore. So if you want to make a flight plan, so to speak, always head back towards the center where you came from, just to be in the safe side, to be in the same area of the school.
Singular.
This being said, we're gonna pickpocket this guy.
Greetings.
Let him go a little bit further, I can make an easy
Move
run.
along, if you would.
There we go.
Move along, if you would.
And the first thing we got from him was an apple. Not what we needed. So we're gonna go head back. If I were to fly over to the other side, I would have lost the NPC entirely. Now we have his copper pouch. Third time's charm, right? Let's head back.
I won't warn you again.
And there we have the artifact that we needed.
What fuckery is this?
There we go. Artifact in hand. First room almost done. Just gonna check the right side still.
I tip my cap to you.
There we go. So first room is checked out. It gave us one artifact Abyss Artefact. Now we're still here. Let me clear out some issue people had with the NPCs who are seated. If the NPC is seated down at the table and he or she has a artifact in the pouch, then it's quite hard to get them out of their seats. People have been trying to push them out by jumping on them, trying to push them, with no avail. I also saw people or heard about people just trying to fly in front of them to scare them away. And yes, they will stand up at the table, but they will be seated back down again. The only way I found to make this a much easier approach than everything else is by selecting your weapon, get your sword out, and then go into guard stance, making them think that you're about to attack them, which sort of makes them, I don't know, reset their seating schedule and make them go walking away now. So just keep an eye on the NPC that you had in mind, follow them, and then pickpocket the NPC for their intended purpose, as you will have the opportunity to do so.
Of all the rotten.
Then, when the dining room is checked out, we're gonna go over this side, over the rocks, down this stair. And as soon as we come down these stairs, we have the second room or area, which has the most NPCs.
No loitering.
Hi there.
Sure, gonna check this side.
Light's blessings and all that.
Nope. So we got one artifact out of this run. When we're done, or two of the run, we just go to the map, hit the nexus, teleport over there, and then every NPC in the game will reset with their pouches being something different. So you just can do this run infinitely if you like to get these artifacts. So far I have rarely haven't gotten any artifacts. Yes, there have been some times, but mostly I have one or even two artifacts out of this run. Thinking that the the few times that I haven't got any, the NPCs might have been in the garden area. But time efficiently wise, it's just going to those two rooms and repeat this run again and again might be the most worthwhile in a large scheme of things. Then there's just one more thing left for me to say, also to pay attention, is the schedule, the time schedule. Unlike the Deminisu, where you can go in daytime or nighttime, there will always be nobles there. In this case, the Scholar has like a sleeping curfew. Everything from between, let's say, 8 AM and 6 PM is like the normal working hours for these scholars, where they appear on the places around the institute. But as soon as it's gonna get dark, so 6 PM towards 7 PM, you will see NPCs slowly going away from their normal places. I'm guessing I'm heading towards the beds to sleep. So if you go from 7 PM and later on, you will see lesser and lesser NPCs until you see none at all at the seated area and stuff like that. So just do it during the daytime, repeat as much as you like, get all the artifacts that you need, and happy hunting.